Hey guys, my name is Brittney Balas. I am a PK and a youth pastor. Happy Passover! I know some people are celebrating Easter, but my church actually celebrates Passover. Now, I ain't gonna get into details about Passover and why don't we celebrate Easter. That's something like totally different. What I want to talk about today is how do we deal with our emotions, especially when it comes to sadness and anger. Well, I'm not here to tell you what to do and how to do it. I'm just telling you how I personally like release. Because for one thing, people ain't perfect. I'm definitely not perfect, and you should not expect your pastors or leaders to be perfect because we can get upset. We can get sad too. Now, I'm not here to say, like, because we're not perfect, like, don't expect us to not grow, because we should always keep striving to become better than we were yesterday, better than we were last year. So, for instance, when I was younger, I'm an introvert and I'm an ambivert, but I get my energy more by being introverted. And my lesson with the Lord was to start sharing my emotions instead of always hiding it for myself, thinking like people are going to judge me. People are going to like look down on me for being weak, for having feelings and negative emotions. But the truth is that even Jesus had negative emotions. Even he needed a point where he needed a break. And he went out and he prayed. That was the first thing he did was he would pray. Normally in our human nature, we're not going to think about prayer. That's not going to be like the first thing. It takes practice to go to God and be like, Lord, I had this kind of day. Like this happened and this happened. That's why I have a journal. I've been journaling since I was 12, especially to God. That's been my devotional life, my prayer life, my every time I have a dream, I write it down. And every time I have emotions that I can't handle, I write it down and I tell the Lord my emotions. So first thing I talk to God, and usually I always feel better after talking to God. Second thing I do after talking to God, and normally the Lord answers me back either through the word, through the music, through a dream. That's between me and God. So everybody has a different way of communicating with the Lord, right? Another thing that the Lord taught me is I am not alone. There's actually a Bible verse that says that we shouldn't be alone because the person that is alone ends up falling. But when we have two or more people together, first off, the Bible says when there are two or more in his name, God is going to be there. The verse also continues in another one where it says, when we're together with another person, when one person looks like they're going to fall, the other one can help them rise. The key here is to remember that God made us to be with love, meaning loving God, loving others as we love ourselves. We're not meant to be alone.